Hello, this is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. Well, there's not much happening around here. We did get some good rain, but not enough. It says it's going to rain today, but I don't think it will. So, but anyway, today I want to talk to you about me and my comedy career, if you want to call it that. I've always liked comedy. I've watched all kinds of comedians all the time. And I had quit my former job with the U.S. government, and I wanted to go get my teaching license certification. And I've always been able to make people laugh, even in from time as I was in elementary school, high school, into the Navy. I used to do comedy routines. I just didn't know how to really get into the business. So when I quit that job, I went to school, and I was trying to do 30 hours in 1 year, and which I did. But one time it was like in September or something, I saw an ad, one of these people for the Texas Renaissance Festival. Now, the Texas Renaissance Festival is a big deal in Texas, and it's one of the biggest ones, and it's about the time in world history when the Renaissance was taking place, and mostly in Europe. Knights and queens and kings and all of that stuff. Well, this Renaissance Festival, the people are acting like knight, king, queen, and all that period of time in history. And it's a lot of fun. I'd been to it before, and I always enjoyed it. So I applied for this job with running the games that they have there. Mostly lots for kids, but also adults too. So I talked to the guy, and he hired me, and said to contact this guy that lived in Austin too, and he'll get me filled in on all the stuff, how to create a costume and stuff. So I did, and we hit it off. He made chainmail suits and stuff, but I chose to be a court jester. Perfect. So these occurs on the weekends in October and November. Started the first one. I went down there the day before. The people that work there can stay in an area, set up their tent, and so they never have to leave the area. So I did that. I took my tent down, set up, and they assigned me to run the night school, KNIGHT, night school, which is a little obstacle course, and it's fun to do. A lot of kids, a lot of drunk adults, as they do sell beer there, and lots of different kinds of foods, and good food too. So I was supposed to run this thing, and it's right there in the heart of the festival. And so I wore my jester outfit. I had black tights because my jester suit wasn't very long. And so I would go out there and I'd say, "Me lords, me ladies, come to the night school, test your skills." And somehow that brought out lots of kids. And I'd have them lined up, and then the drunk adults would come in, they want to compete against somebody else. And it cost $1 to do it. So I also had a little apron around to put the money in, and it was I was very successful at it. I'd get kids lined up there to compete. I'd get adults. Sometimes adults say, I'll compete against you. Okay, I'll be $2. You got to pay for mine. So, boy, it was hard work. But it was lucrative. You know, for a good day, I would get, my cut of it would be $130, $150, $160 a day, having fun. I had a lot of fun. And the first day, pardon me for our dog, Apollo! Apollo! Pepper! A little high bark, that's Apollo, Shih Tzu. Well, at the end of the day, we go in and they count the money, and you give me none I cut. So, the guy said, "Jesus, you're really good at this, aren't you?" I said, I guess so, because I was making more money than some of the other people that ran the games. So the owner of the games, he was very, very pleased with me. So I did that for, I think it lasted about a month and a half, a weekend. The rest of the time I was still going to school. And so after that was over, and I saw in the paper that they were having the funniest person in Austin contest. And most of the people into that have been doing comedy, been go to open mic night. At this place, it was Monday night, it was open night, and practice their skills and work on their funny stuff. And so I filled out forms, and I said, okay, you're going to be on the third week. And it's just on weekends. You just have it like on Saturday. So I got there on the weekend that I was assigned, and I was the 10th one. They had 10 people, comedians, giving a 7 to 10 minute act. And I was the last one that night. And my wife was with me, not Maida, my first wife. And I think she was worried about I was going to bomb her or not. And I knew the stuff I had planned was good. And so we got me a drink. I couldn't sit while all those, I'd go wandering around, practicing over and over in my mind, everything. I was nervous. You know, I've been up on stage and giving speeches and debates and stuff like that. This was my big chance. So I finally, after the other 9 had finished, my time to get up there, and I was hoping I didn't blow it. So I got up there, and I just came up with this. It wasn't part of my routine, but I added it. I walked up the stage with my phone. I know a lot of you women are over there thinking, "Oh, that's Robert Redford on stage." Yeah, girls have been mistaking me for Robert Redford for years. I asked Robert one time, I told him about that, and he said, "Oh, it's good to meet you," because everywhere he goes, girls are yelling, "Barry, Barry, Barry." Brought them down. They loved it. So that, and in everything they did, just got a huge laughing. And I went through all of my 10 minutes of stuff that I planned. And at the end, I got big applause. And, you know, the thing was over after that. You finish your drinks and start leaving. But everybody was coming up, and other comedians said, "Hey, you're really good. You need to come to Monday night, open mic night." And, a lot of people, the audience members, stopped by. "Said, you're really funny." Boy, I was flying high after that. I was ready to conquer the world. I couldn't go to sleep when we got home. And my wife said, "Yeah, you really did good." And so I started doing it, going to the Monday night. Usually got a pretty good crowd there. And so I would do my material, and I'd create some new stuff to throw in. I had my certain jokes that I always brought a whole lot of laughs. So that was it. And then, I got my teacher certification. I had taken that. It's a very long test. It covers educational theory and all of that stuff, as well as your subject matter. Well, I took the social studies composite, 4 different subjects. You have a test that it's going to be including geography, history, government, and economics. And I scored pretty high on all 4 of them. Geography was my highest. I had made like 98 in that particular test. Economics was my low one. I think I was 75 in that. I never wanted to teach economics anyway. So I kept going to the Monday night until I got a teaching job. And my first teaching job was on the border of Texas and Mexico. All my students were Mexican American or Indians, Kickapoo Indians. And so I continued my comedy career in the classroom. I often made my students laugh. Gave them a lot of reasons to laugh. I didn't like being just everybody be quiet, listen, so you work. That's not me. I like getting up and talking and explaining things and relate it to certain other things and try to relate it to their lives. And I was well liked by my students. That carried on for a while, and I ended up getting additional certificates in earth science, astronomy, anthropology, and special ed. So I enjoyed teaching. I miss teaching. Mainly I miss the kids and the interactions I had with the kids. But I still wouldn't mind getting on the stage again and hearing people laugh. Well, I wish I'd have done that a lot longer, earlier, but there weren't places, comedy clubs in Texas, or certainly not Austin. So I would have had to move to California or New York or Chicago or a place like that to continue on with my comedy career. And I just didn't want to move to those big cities. Well, anyway, that's it. That's the story of my comedy career. And I still enjoy making people laugh on my YouTube channel. And I hope you got at least a little chuckle during there. So, y'all take care. Take care of your family, your pets, if you can, your neighbors, if they need it. And I'll be back here again, hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try to get over to the Owl Volcano and do one over there. So keep watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you.